We're all told the same story growing up, right? Go to a good school, get a great job with a high salary, and climb that ladder. That's the safe path. That's success. But what if that whole idea is fundamentally flawed? What if that so-called safe path is actually a trap, one that's designed to keep you from ever being truly free? Okay, let's get into it. Think about your job right now. That paycheck that hits your account every couple of weeks. It feels like a safety net, doesn't it? It's meant to. It's predictable, it's reliable, and it protects you from all the chaos out there. But here's the twist. What if it's not a safety net at all? What if it's actually a cage? Yeah, a really comfortable one, maybe even a gilded one, but it's still a cage. A structure that limits just how high you can fly and exchanges your real freedom for the illusion of security. That very comfort, that feeling of safety, well, those are the bars of the cage. This whole problem is so widespread it even has a name. Let's break down what's called the time for money trap.
So, what is it really? It's pretty simple. It's any setup where if you put in 40 hours, you get paid for 40 hours. If you take a week off, you get paid 0. The key thing to realize here is that as long as your income is chained directly to your time, you're not actually building wealth. You're just renting out your life 1 hour at a time.
So why do I call this a losing game? I mean, it's what almost everyone does. Well, let's really dig into the flaws that are baked right into this traditional salary model, the ones that are designed to keep you on the hamster wheel forever.
And this slide, this one is crucial. It shows the massive difference in mindset. On the left, you've got the linear earner, who gets paid for their input, their time. But on the right, the scalable owner gets paid for their output, the value they create. That tiny shift, it changes absolutely everything. One is capped, the other is limitless. One means you have to constantly show up to get paid, while the other is about building assets that make money for you even while you sleep.
And this chart really just drives the point home. Look, there are only 24 hours in a day. That's a hard physical limit. You have to sleep, you have to eat, you have to live. So no matter how much you make per hour, you will always hit a ceiling. Your potential to earn is fundamentally capped by the clock.
We're taught that a salary is safe, but honestly, it's incredibly risky. Your job is what we call a single point of failure. Think about it. You are relying 100% on one company for your entire livelihood. If that one pillar gets knocked out because you get sick or there are layoffs or your whole industry changes, your income goes from something to 0, just like that, overnight. And then there's the other hidden penalty, the one nobody likes to talk about: taxes. The way this system is set up, straight-up labor income from a W-2 job is often taxed at the highest rates. As an employee, you get taxed before you even see a dime of your money, which makes climbing out of that time for money trap even harder. Okay, so we've laid out the problem. We've seen the trap. So how the heck do you escape it? The answer isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about a powerful concept called leverage and finding opportunities with what's known as asymmetric upside. This concept right here is the absolute key to building wealth. Entrepreneurs and investors don't just look for more hours to bill. They hunt for leverage. They're constantly searching for opportunities like this, where a small, fixed amount of effort up front can generate a massive, sometimes even unlimited reward on the back end. So what does that actually look like? Well, the effort is all front-loaded. You invest your time and energy to create a valuable asset just one time. Maybe that's writing a book, or coding an app, or recording an online course. The point is that initial effort has a clear endpoint. And here is the magic. That single asset you created can then be sold or viewed 1,000 times, 100,000 times, maybe even 1,000,000 times. Your work doesn't increase by 1,000,000 times, but your income can. That, my friends, is the insane powerful of leverage. It's how you finally decouple your time from your money. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you start building this kind of leverage without just quitting your job tomorrow and hoping for the best? It starts with a plan, a clear, actionable escape plan. Let's walk through the 3 steps you can start taking today to build your exit. All right, step 1, use your 9-to-5 salary to buy assets. Think of these as non-human capital, things like index funds or real estate that work for you even when you're not. They are your little money-making employees that never sleep. Step 2, use your 5 to 9, your evenings, your weekends to build something of your own. Create content, start a newsletter, build a community. This is your leverage. And finally, step 3, start shifting your entire focus, even at your current job, away from hours worked and towards value created. Once you start getting paid for your results, not just your time, the ceiling on your income starts to disappear.
So this all brings us to the final and most important question. It's the one that you have to ask yourself. Now that you've seen this framework, it's time to take a hard look at your own life and ask, what am I really building here?
I'm just going to let this quote sit there for a second. A salary is the drug your employer gives you to forget your dreams. Wow. It gives you that hit of comfort, that feeling of security, right? But does it actually bring you closer to freedom?
So at the end of the day, it all boils down to this. Real wealth and the freedom that comes with it, it begins the second you stop trading your precious, limited time for a limited paycheck. It starts the moment you begin building systems that work for you, not the other way around. So the only question left to answer is, are you building a career or are you building a cage?